Hey everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon, and me, Banshee. It's me, Banshee, with my Material Matters segment, your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Welcome to the show. All right, we're going to get things started on a maybe a more lighthearted note with the affirmators at work. This feisty little deck. Let's see what it has for us for the week ahead. With sage wisdom. I do like this spunky little deck though, or this series of decks. Flexibility. When plans take a turn and I find my colleagues suddenly asking me to change what I'm doing, who I'm doing it with, or when, where, how it's being done, I accept the challenge and delight in proving how flexible I can be. I will wear whatever hat is thrown at me, and I'm not even a hat person. Well, I know I've been wearing some hats, but in the past, I really haven't been a hat person either. It's hard for me to find hats that fit me right. Thank you, Fiber Magic, for this one. I appreciate it. And so I would say this, though. I can't be flexible about my head size. I don't think I can shrink it. But there are many things in the business world, economically, financially, educationally, where we can be flexible, and we should. We should be able to pivot when necessary. We should be able to, be able to do that. And flexibility doesn't necessarily mean you have to sell yourself short. I mean, if flexibility means to an employer that they want you to do the job of 5 different people and, you're not going to get paid for that, you don't have to settle for that. You can use your flexibility to find another better place of employment, right? So, I mean, flexibility is important in everything that we do. If we're too rigid, we're going to break instead of bend. Bend with the times, you don't want to crack. You don't want to break. You want to be flexible. All right. Good luck with that. Goes for your investments too. Be flexible. Willing to change if you need be. Be flexible even with your service providers. I'm mostly a loyal person when it comes to that. I like to keep the same businesses if they treat me well. But you know what? If you outgrow them, if things start to go south, maybe key employees, personnel, doctors, whatever get replaced, well, then maybe it's time to move on and be flexible and move on. All right. So that's what I have for the collective. A little bit of news. I did promise some this week, and I have to admit I kind of fell behind with it again, but I do know some things, and I believe I heard that the nation's debt has surpassed our income, or the GDP. I think it was the GDP for, the first time in history. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And I don't know. It's very unprecedented. However, I will say that some unemployment numbers came in, and all these different layoffs and things going on. It's kind of odd to me that the numbers were so low. that they were the lowest since the 60s, I believe, or that might be the rate of people that are collecting unemployment, something like that. So that's kind of interesting to me as well. But the more important news is the U.S.-China summit and what was accomplished and what was not accomplished, and who you believe on that. It was said that, Boeing is going to have a contract for 200 some aircraft, which means more job stability or jobs for some of their employees. And they were expecting 500, but they didn't get that, supposedly. And then I've heard that soybeans were going to be bought in tons by China, and that farmers should be very happy with that. We'll talk about all of this in a minute as I, lay some of this out. The thing that might worry farmers and other people in the U.S. is the fact that Trump is loosening the ability of China to buy all this farmland. They had been buying tons and tons of farmland in the U.S., and a lot of it that is close to U.S. military facilities. And now, for some reason, Trump is convinced, maybe because of deals being supposedly brokered here, that he is going to relax those standards. Well, all of this is well and good, but apparently when Trump appeared on one of the Fox News shows, he apparently had said that, yes, they're going to buy all these soybeans. Farmers should be happy. And then, and he might have mentioned Boeing too, but I'm not sure. But then he said, well, I think it is an agreement. We didn't, there was no paperwork signed, but it was a statement. It was a statement. So, whether China actually follows through with this or was just humoring the president, because there were a lot of things that China did, a lot of subtle things that really bespoke of America's losing power worldwide and how China's gaining it. There were little subtle things. I'm not going to go into that with you because that gets political, but you should look into that. It's pretty interesting, the psychological things that went on there in his visit and who greeted him, the whole setup and how it was done. It was done to humiliate. So I don't know that we really have scored any kind of big deals. And as far as that goes, and as far as the Strait of Hormuz goes, nothing has changed. He claims China has agreed to help in whatever way they can, but we know that China has wanted to stay out of it and leave us to our own devices here, I'm pretty sure. As long as their ships can get through anyway. And if not, there could be some problems ahead. So stay tuned for more on all of this. We'll see how things develop and unfold. But I'm expecting nothing new. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed to us. And as a matter of fact, I heard that apparently Israel and the U.S. is plotting out more bomb attacks because apparently Iran during the ceasefire has, reestablished some of their places where they store their weaponry, or shoot off their weaponry from, so their ballistic missiles, etc. So stay tuned, more shenanigans ahead. Let's go on to the astrological outlook for the week ahead. These readings are going to be that I'm about to do for the astrological signs of the zodiac are good from May 17th through May 23rd. And during that time, the moon is in Gemini on May 17th. We'll be traveling through the signs through the week till it gets to Leo on May 23rd. And on May 23rd, at some point, it will transit into Virgo. Mercury is entering Gemini on May 17th. Mars is entering Taurus on May 18th. Venus is entering Cancer on May 18th also. The Sun is moving into Gemini. So, Taurus season is just about over. I hope you've enjoyed your season, Taurians, and happy birthday, upcoming birthday to our Gemini friends. Enjoy your Gemini season. I wish I was all that I had to say, but there's more. Happy Victoria Day in Canada on May 18th, Monday. And I'm probably going to mess up how this is pronounced, so my apologies. But Shavuot begins sundown May 21st for those who celebrate. And that's it. That's finally it. That's all I have. Oh, except for one thing. Happy birthday to my departed mom, born in 1916. Her birthday is May 17th today. So happy birthday, Mom. Wherever you are. And I think you're still with me here. All right. Let's roll on with the show, shall we? Let's start with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. I should have also mentioned in my outlook that inflation is up dramatically again. And so, it's amazing the job numbers, everything else in the economy, the stock market is remaining as stable as it is right now. Okay, my Aries, but let's focus on you and me for the week ahead. Well, you have Strength upright. A nice start. You have Death reversed. Oh, yeah. This is really interesting to me. The Knight of Pentacles is reversed. You know, some interesting facets to this reading, because surrounding the stagnation here is a sense of slowing down and taking things slow a little bit. And also with Strength reversed here, it's not pushing the envelope so much, using quiet power, quiet means of achieving your goals or impressing people or getting people to cooperate with you, etc. And so Aries, I think this is a week where you're stalling change. You're not interested in making any major changes at this time, even if they may be necessary. You want to slow walk this. You want to slow walk this right now and, quietly assess what's going on around you. Seeing if the climate, is good at this time to make major changes, because right now everything is so topsy-turvy. It might be better to sit back, take it slow, maybe test the waters a little bit with this card, but do it very softly and don't make any major waves at this time, any major maneuvers, any major moves. Good luck with that. Hey, Taurians, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Okay. Whoa. All right, got it together here. You start out with the Emperor upright. Six of Cups is reversed. Oh, and Strength is back, upright. The Emperor wants you to take charge. The Emperor wants you to take charge either of your workforce, etc. People maybe have not been happy with conditions as they were, and so maybe you're in the process of implementing some changes right now in your business, in your corporation, that might get more people to feel more comfortable with what's going on. And, if you handle this softly, carefully, quietly, not making waves or not upsetting the apple cart, introducing change in increments is sometimes the way to go. But I feel here that some old policies, procedures, the way that things are getting done have to be upgraded now, and one way or another. And so I feel here, if you take charge properly, you'll be able to get everybody to buy in. Another aspect of this might be that you yourself, if you're an employee or you're working on your finances, etc. Things that have been working for you in the past are no longer helpful. You can't live that way. You can't think that way anymore. This is a different, changing world today. So start taking it slow and making some subtle changes to test the waters and see, if you can find a better path to be on with your finances, with your investments right now, or even with your job and career. So good luck with that. Hey, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. One more. All right. Well, Gemini, you've got the Queen of Pentacles up, right? You're starting your birthday season off, right? Hey, you've got the Two of Pentacles up, right? But you've got the Nine of Cups reversed. Okay, well, it could be worse. Because really, it seems like you're in a pretty good place right now, financially, business-wise, etc. Everything seems to be in balance. Everything seems to be flowing smoothly. You seem to be handling your work-life balance well. Economically, you're either making a profit or breaking even, which is pretty good in this environment we're in right now. However, you may not be able to manifest something you desire right now. Maybe the timing isn't right. Maybe you need to reassess if what you want to manifest is actually right for you. Sometimes you have to be careful what you ask for too. It's possible here too that some of you may obtain something you wanted, but realize after you've gotten it, it's not really worth the effort. So, be happy where you are right now. Don't worry about what hasn't come through or what seems to be disappointing. You're in a pretty good spot right now, so why not just hang in there? Good luck with that. Okay, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. All right. Oh, you start with the Nine of Swords, upright, Cancers. You got the Four of Cups, upright. And he's back. It's the Emperor. Okay. You have been very stressed out and anxious, and it's been leading to some a lack of motivation on the job. Maybe your work output has been suffering. It could be too that you're very anxious and depressed about the markets and confused about what you can do to make things improve your your dividends, improve your wealth management. And the Empress here is saying you've got to take charge. You've got to take charge of the situation right now. Instead of sitting back and dwelling, maybe you need to talk to some experts, to see where to move your money. Maybe you need to talk to somebody at work if you feel like you've been stressed and overburdened to the max. Maybe you need help, and you should see if you could get some. Get control here. Get control of your life. And if it's not working out for you where you're at, you're either too bored, things are just too routine, you're at a plateau, you can't move up. Maybe it's time to chart your own course and your own destiny. And the Emperor is here to help you with that. Regain control. Be the boss of your own destiny, of your own life. Good luck with that. Hey Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. The Nine of Swords, but it's reversed. The Four of Cups is reversed. And the Eight of Wands is here upright. I guess you're going to show the Cancers how it's done here. At least to some extent. So I think here you have figured out, actually it's a little bit different for the Leos. You Leos have figured out that some of your fears and anxieties, they're really ungrounded, or you're able to finally put them to bed. You've taken control of the situation. Maybe some new opportunity has come along that has helped put some of these fears and anxieties to bed. It's possible here that if you needed more help on the job, you've been overburdened, more help arrived. Or if you've been getting tired of the same old routine, somebody has stepped in and gave you a new assignment or something that's going to invigorate your work life more. And same with investments. Maybe there's an opportunity for an investment that will change the course from, where things were headed. There's a lot of energy here. And also, there's a lot of engagement with others. There's a lot of communication going on. So it's going to be a very, very active week for you in, getting things moving once more because you now feel more comfortable in where things are going. Good luck with that. Nice reading for the Leos. Hey, Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. All right. Virgos have the Seven of Cups upright. Ooh, they have the Ten of Cups upright. And the Two of Wands is upright. This is awesome, Virgos. Very nice reading. I think here you're going to, survey your options at this time. You're going to explore the options in front of you. And because I think something is being completed. Something is finishing this week. Like, for example, like my son, who will be this next week on his last week of his 2 weeks before he starts a new job, you're completing one cycle, and maybe you've been exploring your options of where you're going from here. And, the future is like an open book for you. You have made some plans. You are looking forward to a bright and brilliant future. Maybe some of you obviously have already made this choice. You've surveyed your options. You've made your choice. You're completing a cycle and you're moving forward. forward. And I feel here that maybe, you're pulling some investments out that have, served you well, and now, you have something to live off of, or you are moving it into something better. Maybe you feel what's done is done here, and now it's time to move on to something else. And I think here your plans are golden. I think your plans are going to pay off for you. Just and keep your options open. I think this might be saying that too. Keep your options open. A cycle is ending, and plan ahead for your future now. Good luck with that. Really like this reading. Hey Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Well, you have the King of Pentacles reversed, Libras. Uh-oh. The Magician reversed. The Ten of Wands is reversed. It's really interesting to me. I think this week there's a danger of you being overburdened, somebody giving you too much of a load to carry, too much stress and weight on your mind and shoulders right now. And so it's leading to it's leading to you not being able to put your best out there. Your will is lacking, your motivation is lacking, you feel buried under and stressed out. And I think here you need to regain control over this. You really do. Also, maybe you're slacking off a little bit. You're kind of failing because you can't keep up. And so ask for help. Ask for some help and assistance to get you through. Or, if you're working for yourself and you're working on your own projects and goals, by all means, take it easy on yourself. Don't overburden yourself, because you're making it harder for you to achieve that final goal. So, and especially here, because the Magician is saying you could get careless, and you could make yourself look bad in front of others if you start falling apart because you're doing too much. Nobody is impressed with, okay, maybe some managers are okay with quantity over quality, but most customers and other people that you're dealing with want quality over quantity. Okay, so good luck with that. Hey, Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising. It's reading to you for the week ahead. Well, that one wanted to jump, so I'm going to start with that one, whatever it is, Scorpio. And it's the Four of Pentacles, upright. The Page of Swords is reversed. And the Nine of Pentacles, 9 is reversed as well. Well, you don't feel like you're in a very good, solid place right now, Scorpios, financially, and maybe materially, and maybe where you are in life, career-wise and otherwise. But you feel like you're just holding your own right now. You've got to stay where you're at and protect, your assets as best you can. You just don't feel like you're much into change right now. And I think here maybe you're afraid. You're afraid that you don't have what it takes to aim higher. Sometimes this card indicates imposter syndrome to me. And so I think here you have to get over that. You have to get over that. You have to start believing that you are worthy, that maybe you should loosen up a little bit, your hold on where you're at, and see if there isn't something better for you out there. See if there's a way to make yourself feel better. You're just so worried right now, and I can't blame you. Everything is so topsy-turvy about trusting yourself to go higher because you're afraid you don't have what it takes. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Or on another level, if you really want to improve your life, your unsatisfied conditions in your life right now, get the education or skills training that you need in order to move up in the world. So good luck with that. Hey, Sagittarians, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. You have the Six of Pentacles reversed. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is reversed as well. And the Star is reversed. Sagittarians. Oh, I'm sorry. So some of you Sagittarians, are not in a good balanced place right now. This could be career-wise. This could be financially. It looks as though something is going to be revealed to you. You're going to find out something that's going to affect you, whether it's your work-life balance or whether it's, your investments all balancing out, or, a job, worries about job layoffs or cutbacks. Something is affecting you and making you feel like you're going to be coming up short. Okay, and this may be a case too where some people are trying to fight for their rights in a situation, that they just found out about and is going against them. You're very pessimistic about this right now, and you will have to respond when you start to feel better. Don't respond from a place of feeling lack or feeling less than who you are. Make sure you're grounded. Make sure you're centered as you determine what moves you need to make going forward. So I wish you luck with that, Sagittarians. Goodness. Hey, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Okay. Okay. Capricorns, you have Justice upright. You will also have the Knight of Cups is back upright. And you have the Hierophant upright. Wow. I almost have to say that for those of you Capricorns who are involved in any legal proceedings, the law is going to be on your side this week. You apparently are on the right side of things. Whether your policies, your procedures were in question, or whether you were questioning some company's procedures and that, I think this will turn out in your favor. I think here too, if this has anything to do with lost money, lost wages, etc., or losing money through a fishy deal of some sort, things are going to stand in your favor. Stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to do that. Seek out advice. Seek out legal, good, solid legal help. And I think, and you might have done that already, and maybe that's why everything is going to turn out for you. Now, I'm not sure if the results are going to come through this week or if you're actually going to initiate some legal proceedings this week, because Knight of Pentacles is here, and sometimes that's kind of slow moving. And so I'd suggest to you that this is going to be good. I think here too, for you in the regular workplace or in school, etc., your finances, everything is balancing out this week. There is slow growth for you. Just stay the course. Just stay the course. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, my Capricorn friends. What about your Aquarians, Sun, Moon, and Rising? This reading's for you for the week ahead. Well, you have the Six of Cups upright. The Four of Swords is reversed. Justice is reversed. Okay. Well, it may be that you've been feeling life just isn't very balanced. I almost feel this is a career thing going on here. Life does not seem very balanced right now. And you've been burning a lot of energy on things that just either are not paying off for you, or it's upsetting your work-life balance in ways that aren't making you feel very happy anymore. And so I almost think some of you Aquarians are entertaining going back to a career or, a type of job that you worked in the past that you were much happier doing. Whether you were working for yourself or you were working for some company or corporate interest that you enjoyed doing, or the type of work you're doing, the type of career you're in, would be more enjoyable to you. That would be a better use of your energy than floundering where you feel you're either being mistreated, you're not treated fairly, they're making you work too hard, and you're not getting compensated what you're worth. Good luck with that. What about you Pisceans? Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Okay, Pisces have the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the High Priestess upright. Wow, I could see a couple different things here for you Pisceans. I feel as though your intuition is on target. So if it is telling you there's something funny going on with either some business startup you're trying to do, a business partnership, or if, you're worried about your job stability and your financial stability, you who are investing money, go with your gut on this. Go with your gut on this. If you fear layoffs are coming, you're probably right. If you fear, your investment is not going to be making money much longer because of the way the trends are going, you're probably right. So think about all of this. Think about how this applies to you educationally. If you feel that you haven't been performing well where you're at, is it time to make some changes? Go with your gut on this. Good luck with that, Pisces. I wish you well. All right, that's our show, but I want to remind you about our other shows. On Sunday, we have a live show from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get there early. We do tend to fill up fast on Sundays. Get there early, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. 2 to 4 p.m. All right, and then on Wednesday, it's Mr. Rosgoth Tarot. Join him for the shadow side of life. Walk on the shadow side. And get some tips from him on how to deal with these issues. That video comes out at 8 a.m. every Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time, of course. I wanted to look at my calendar here for something because on May 20th, the sun is entering Gemini. What does that mean? We've got a monthly modality message coming. That's where we do a reading for the modalities of the Zodiac, and that reading is good for the entire Gemini season. So join us for that video presentation, which will come out sometime on May 20th. All right, and then on Thursdays, we have Tarot for Today After Dark, our nighttime show, our nighttime live show where you can ask any question and we'll be happy to give you an answer. That show comes on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get there early because if we don't fill up, we closed a half hour early last week. We may do that again, so get there early if you want your questions answered. And then on Friday is Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges. Join him to find out about love, romance, and all your interpersonal relationships for your week ahead. That video comes out at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Saturday, we have our ever-popular Happy Hour show. We've got quite the group coming routinely to the show. They love it. We love having them. We'd love to have you join us. Come and get a happy message for once, guaranteed for your week ahead. Join us for the fun. That's at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays. Okay, everybody, that's all I have for this week. You take care out there, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye for now.